What do we know about these flare-ups and what are the new restrictions?
Well, just to put in perspective, Paul, the last time Singapore had a lockdown was about a year ago. It simply shows how difficult it is to stay virus-free. And just over the weekend, we had more than 50 cases, and that's causing a lot of concern. Some of those cases are not related to any clusters, and that is the biggest worry for the Singapore government. Now, in terms of the lockdown, what's happening now is no dining in will be allowed, groups will be limited to 2, and work from home will be the default. And what's different this time round is that the mutations are infecting the younger people, and that's causing a lot of grief, a lot of concern amongst the leadership here, and that's also leading to the closure of schools, at least for the next 1 month. It'll be remote learning for the moment. What's interesting as well is that Singapore will be vaccinating those under 16. It is looking at doing that once it gets the clearance to do that. And this pretty much is a tweak in strategy. It was targeting the older people, but with the recent infections among those in schools, it is changing its strategy. In fact, what it's also doing is that it's holding off the second shot for those already given the first one, so that more people can be given the first shot. So it's trying to perhaps protect more of its population. So far, about a third of the people in Singapore have been vaccinated. A lot of implications because, as you know, Singapore is poised to host the Shangri-La Dialogue next month. It's poised to host the World Economic Forum in August, and also the Bloomberg New Economy Forum in November. A lot of questions whether these events will take place given the recent infections.
Has Taiwan hasn't had any full lockdowns as of yet. Could that change?
Well, that could, because we saw about 206 new local cases that the government's urging the people to take precautions, urging companies to allow their workers to work from home. If the level of infections continue to average about 100 or more for 14 days, then Taiwan could impose that lockdown that we saw before. It's trying to avert that. There's been a lot of concerns, even in the market. There's been some panic. If you take a look at how the TAIEX did last week, it dropped about 8%. And some are saying that perhaps we'll see that drop further this week as well. So we'll see how it goes. It's trying to prevent investor panic as well as put a lid on those infection numbers.